Dr. Ojeaga.
Mr. Atimomo,
Welcome to year 10.
a very long journey.
I can't even imagine that we're here. Not that I didn't imagine that we'll get here, but that, all the experiences we've had bringing us up to here. And it's been great being your partner, bro.
I mean, I think there have been times that we didn't think we'll get to this point.
Several.
So, worth celebrating.
Definitely. So let's get the ball rolling.
Okay. So, we are gathered here today to discuss the top 10 questions we've been asked the most over the last 10 years,
Sure.
right? And some very interesting picks here. I think it's going to be a good time.
Awesome. Let's get into it.
I think you have some, so why don't you go first?
Okay, so the very first one I have says, what's different in this space from when you started 10 years ago? That's up in the sky.
So in the space, I feel like everything has changed.
Okay.
If you look at the agency model that we had set up originally, how we're going to make money, none of that works the exact same way. From how we've had to reconfigure the teams to where AI plays in all of this. It's a very different space. We've been relearning along the way what is profitable for an agency, what is sustainable, even the type of clients you choose to work with, because I know we're big believers in you can't answer every brief
Sure.
and work with every client. So it's been a learning experience over the past decade. Everything has changed, and I think so have we.
Yeah, especially starting off wanting to be a virtual agency, deciding to be in an office,
And then COVID happened,
yeah,
took us all back home.
took us all back home.
And now we're like this hybrid mix, which I think we found success with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Also, that it has allowed us to work across continents. I think
It's
nobody
been
could have planned for that, but
true.
it came just in time.
Especially when you look at the fact that we're even just thinking about surviving in Nigeria first.
Yes.
And then expanding to the UK and doing work across Africa. So it's been a learning experience.
Sure. Nice. Your question.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
It's a good one. It says, it is a known thing that partnerships usually do not work. Have you managed to work together for the past 10 years?
First of all, we had the luck of the draw that we're born under the same star sign and date, June
Same
6th, Gemini babies. But I think there has been the rule of just being mature and understanding that you shouldn't partner with people who you can't change their mind and who can change your mind. And that was something that we kind of stumbled into, but it has worked for us because once we have something that we disagree on, if we can agree to disagree and then commit to the decision that we decided, even though it didn't originate from me or it didn't originate from you, that has always helped. And then you just don't say, I told you so. When things go sideways, as they've frequently done, we just commit because nobody can come between us if we are standing together. And then understanding that, we are driving for a higher purpose. Really, the kind of things that we create has been our driving force. Money has been great. Doing interesting things has been great, but the kind of work that we wanted to be known for has been the exemplar, has been the higher standards. And so for whatever reason, when we want to fall short, we just say, you know what we want to do, what we set out to do. And then we have a shared understanding, a shared basis. I think that has been it, but a lot of maturity, clearly.
And I really like the fact that you touch on friction, because there is no relationship without friction.
100%.
We don't always agree on the same thing, but we have the same goal. And that idea that anytime there is a conflict, we sit down and we discuss it and be like, what are we trying to achieve at the end of the day? Has probably saved us from more heartache.
Yeah, more implosion. Yeah, interesting. I'm up next. Okay. What is one underrated thing that you're low-key proud of?
it's hard to pick just one.
Okay.
I feel like there are different things that we've done over the years that deciding to focus on film, was a big deal for us. Keeping the team small, you know. But I think maybe if I had to pick one, I would say social media.
How we've used it.
I don't think a lot of people understand that it has been most effective as a marketing and new business tool. And if you go back 10 years, most agencies would probably just posting client work to their page.
To their pages.
We didn't have a lot of client work, so we had to get creative. And we started posting culture, right?
Our philosophy.
What we believed in, thinking, just random creativity. And that built a community. And then there was just interaction. And after a while, it just became that, oh, you know what, our social media is a go-to place to understand who we are. And I've been really, really happy seeing how it has evolved with each team.
Yes.
Has come and put their fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
So our social media, I'm low-key very proud of that.
Yeah. It did receive some kind of dopamine shots during COVID. I don't know if you remember. We just went, like, there was a way we were doing it before, which was good. It was unique. But then, what was it about COVID and the way we just switched things up?
I think we got more experimental, just with the limitations of we're home, there is no outlet, and then we could just try different things. And that was really where we saw, like, the response went through the roof, right?
Yeah.
And it was truly a team effort.
It was.
Everybody was just pitching, hey, what if we try this? What if? And that's the thing with the platform you control. Nothing is off the table.
Nothing off the table.
Like, is this different? Can we do this? And I feel like really more businesses should adopt that idea of not just posturing on social media or
their unique voice.
Like, what's your personality?
Just was it 2 or 3 weeks ago? I randomly stumbled on a video that we did for COVID with our kids.
Yeah.
And, my son was just he did a voiceover for with the toys, and it was hilarious. It was 5 years ago. And, it was one of those things that were just so defining at the period, but they were impactful, both for helping spreading awareness of COVID, which we all committed to do as an organization and as individuals. But like you said, getting everybody involved, even our family members,
everybody,
because we were at home, come and be an actor, my son.
You know what was really interesting? At some point, we kind of changed the philosophy of it. Like, don't focus on making ads for social media, make content.
Yes.
Right. And when we would do that, that would push us into, like, Father's Day or International Women's Day, And once people started thinking, okay, maybe not just make a headline or something, make stuff that people can engage with.
True. And if you think about how that trended with the general trend, that was actually what was happening in the wider society. TikTok took off, content became a thing. While people were still locked into, this is how you do advertising, somehow we found our way into the content space. So it was a good one.
It was.
Yeah.
Do you still love what you do?
I don't think I can do anything else. Everything else that I will do will be an evolution from this. But advertising, communication, storytelling, I think it's just in my blood. It's something that I have loved. No matter the challenges, like you always do have challenges, especially when you have to do work on behalf of others, just clients. They have their perspectives, they have their budgets, you have what you would like to do, but then you have to find a middle point. But no matter how tough it is, receiving a new brief is like, okay, it's another challenge. So there's apprehension, but there's just that mystery. What can we do with this? How has it been for you?
There are days.
The days.
There are days where I might need a reminder as to why
we're doing this.
You know those days.
Yes, I do those days.
But I will say that for the majority of the time, there's nothing like it. You know what it's like when you give birth to an idea and you know that this is the one. Or you just see the team is locked in and everybody's just moving in sync. it's self-rewarding
Yeah.
at that point in time.
Mm.
And I think maybe the takeaway is that there is nothing you do that doesn't have difficulty in it.
True.
Um,
You have to choose your heart.
you do.
Yeah.
So, like you said, this is all I have ever known how to do, and I stumbled into it. It still
Okay.
brings
So
me
you
joy.
stumbled into it. What would you say you were born to do this?
I mean,
Like, was it inevitable?
it definitely wasn't. You could have stayed in
you,
Benin
you could have been in Benin,
and just
doing some charge and bill here and there.
be a very good lawyer.
Very good lawyer.
But here we are,
Mm.
and yeah, 10 years in, I don't think there's anything else I want to do.
Sure. I mean, I was lucky to be jammed away from the law path. I was just jammed away and found myself in psychology, and it's kind of the bedrock of what I enjoy doing here.
Yeah.
Figuring out why people do what they do. So consistent.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm up. Okay. What's the best thing that ever happened to Up in the Sky?
I feel like we can actually agree on this one.
Okay.
It was
What would you say?
2019, going to speak at Cannes.
Mm.
Yeah, and it wasn't the event itself,
Yeah.
which even though it was a big thing for us at the time, was the audacity.
Yeah.
And when we just decided, hey, we should send Can
Proposal. Yeah.
and just tell them, hey, we'd like to come talk to you about collaboration and filmmaking and everything. And it was from out of the blue. Like, who are these guys? Less than 10. And they said, yeah, come.
Yeah. And then they were asking us, are you part of a big agency network? We said no. So how will you popularize this? Trust us. We said the content would bang, and it did.
And just that moment, I remember that moment we were there, of course, with the
Tolu.
maestro, Tolu
Tolu
Ajayi
Ajayi, yeah.
himself, and just speaking and seeing people interact, taking notes, and it just blowing up and becoming this thing. It changed the way I perceived what was possible just going forward.
Yeah.
Even though I would say we had been audacious up to that point, then it just went on a global scale. Hey, we want to do this. And then it would become not how. And you're like, oh, yeah, sure, why not?
Do it. I mean, this is the World Cup of our industry. And getting to do this for 90 minutes, applause at the end, a varied audience, clients, agency people, production teams. And it was just like, I needed to pinch myself afterwards. And I was like, yeah, we need to go and eat. This requires replenishment, but it was a great feeling. Yeah, I agree.
That I think we could also say, even though we may not have known it at the time, that was the birth of the flight school masterclass, right?
True.
Where we would now take the learnings and that same concept and use it for teaching either a new generation of creatives coming up or even like senior professionals.
It's funny because when we started off, we said our mission was to reimagine the industry, right? And we said that's some lofty goal. We didn't know how we're going to do it, but somehow all these little actions kind of, I try to be humble to believe that we have played some role in helping people look at what the industry does in a little different way. Yeah, nice.
Someone somewhere is watching this right now and thinking to themselves they want to start an agency. What is the one thing you want to tell them?
I'm speaking to you. Don't do it. Don't do it. But seriously, I think it's while we had started that I saw why it was slightly easier for us. Because we had kind of prepared ourselves for it, even though we didn't know. We had apprenticed, right? We had walked the path, either a large organization, a large agency, a startup agency, and then we were never people who passed the buck to others. When we had the chance to work with other people, we put our backs into it. And if you're going to run a business, you have to be the one putting your back into it more than every other person. You may be disappointed by others not going as hard as you do, but that is like par for the course. It shouldn't even surprise you at all. And the question is, how far can you go for your own dream? I think that's what would define starting an agency. It's going to cost you some things. Are you prepared to pay the price? I would advise that you study, apply yourself before you do, and not so much of money, because a lot of people think it's about piling a big stack of cash. Maybe one day we'll talk about our initial dream to say, you know what, between now and the dates that we had planned to start, we're going to amass like a big amount of money, and that didn't play out, But the work we're doing had preceded us, and the ball was already rolling. So I think don't rush it. That's my first advice. Pay the price. And study. Find out those who have gone ahead of you, the eminent dead and those who are alive, the books, apprentice, do the work, serve other people, and see how it's done, and learn what you should do and not do.
I think maybe the only other thing to add is many people underestimate how lonely it is from him.
From venturing.
It is truly a path you walk alone, and this is even me speaking as someone who has a partner.
Yeah.
Right. And there are times where you just find yourself either backed into a corner, you're not sure what to do, or everything has fallen to pieces. And there's this weight of people depend on me, whether it's your staff or clients, and you just have to solve it. And there's nobody
Coming to save you.
there's nobody that's going to help you.
Yeah.
And you just have to understand that moments like that are heavy, but they're temporary.
Yeah.
You have to power through it. It's going to be a little rough.
So your advice would be, if you had to do it, try and do it with someone or some other people.
100%. Yeah. Like it is truly it's clearest case of there being strength in numbers, right? You want to find someone who thinks like you do, who wants to achieve the same goals, so that when you're up at 1 a.m. wondering how you're going to pay salaries for the next month,
you're not alone in that boat.
You're just going to be like, okay, sure, I can sort this out.
Yeah. It's a team sport, if you can.
Best played that way.
Best played as a team sport.
And if this sounds depressing to you, that's
it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
That is great.
Yeah. And this is a very good question. Nice question. What inspired the name Up in the Sky?
Oh, that was
that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other one. Yeah. Okay. So next question.
Has there ever been a time you felt like we should shut all of this down?
Every other Sunday. I think the particular period, was sometime in 2019. 2018. 2018. It was 2018. And we went for a stretch of almost 5 to 6 months. We had lost some clients, no new clients. We weren't being called to pitches. The phone wasn't ringing. Nobody was sending us invitations to pitch via email. And we were watching our savings dwindle. And we did take that decision that we're not going to let anybody go. We're going to ride the wave. But then you had to show up every day, and there was nothing to do. It was almost like watching a death match. And then asking yourself, are we jokers? Are we real people? Is this a real agency? And then just start staring into that abyss and not knowing if you're going to come out of it. And just getting out of it by just putting one foot in front of the other. If you were going to tell someone about the period and what they would do if they were in that same situation, I don't have a magic wand. I don't have any 5 steps to do this. It's just, you just need to keep showing up until your change comes. But that was an incredibly, incredibly low period. You and I keep journals. And when we check back that period, it's quite interesting, to say the least. If you want to sanitize what we put, just woe is me. God, what is happening? Have you forgotten us? And then suddenly the phone starts to ring again. The emails start coming, the pitches come. And then, consistent with your character, you didn't accept every brief, which is what has defined the way we worked, that we try and be selective of who we work for and what we do. So even when we're crying, we're still singing, as the Yoruba say.
I think what is so interesting about that period is, by every metric, we're doing everything right.
Everything.
We had We had won multiple awards by that point, some international. We had done campaigns that had been put out there. We're doing self promotion, but the business just stopped coming at a
Yeah.
particular time,
Yeah.
and you doubt yourself, right? You're like, is there something I should be doing? Have I done something else? And maybe that is probably the most important time you have to really filter the kind of advice you get. Because you're going to hear everything and it's going to really
Very seasoned.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just going to be like, you know what? It doesn't make sense to be paying everybody their full
Salaries.
when you're not getting this money.
It's reasonable. It's
You know?
reasonable advice.
So on one point, you're like, okay, so maybe we cut the salary in half, or maybe we find a different way around it.
Yeah. But of course, for much of that period, we were paid last.
Yes. As is always the case.
Yes, just to ensure that everybody else was fed. And you kind of, I mean, looking back now, you didn't tell anyone that.
No.
It was you and your family that knew that. Well, those are the prices to pay. Would you exchange that experience for money?
For money? No. Because it does something to you, right? If you look at everything as a boot camp, yeah, tougher times will come ahead. But because you've survived that, you have the fortitude to be like, you know what, it'll be fine.
It will pass.
You say it when you don't even believe it.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
So no, it's a necessary part of the process.
Okay.
Why did Up in the Sky choose to go into short films?
The short answer is it happened by accident. The longer and more nuanced answer is that we actually wanted to do good. First of all, we had come into some money through one of our first projects, and young, as foolish young men, we said we wanted to do good and give money out, and we said let's give it to an orphanage, and then we began the task of trying to find an orphanage to give. And we were rebuffed here and there until we found a partner. And then along the line, we said, let's not just give money. Let's build a campaign for them so that it's sustainable. Because even at that time, sustainability wasn't a thing, but we were very concerned about not doing a one-off. We wanted to build their brand equity, which is what we do for paying clients. And then you had an idea, and this idea, for some reason, I think it was clear to you that this wasn't an ad.
Yes.
Yeah, and from the back of your mind, you're like, I have a mentor, let me call him and ask him, and then you called Tolu and shared the dream, and Tolu was like, are you serious? You want to do this? And then we went off and we did it. And just in terms of how it was received, how well it was done, and how well it was received, and then it went on to start winning awards locally and internationally. And then we said to ourselves, we have power for good. Let's use this power for good for different causes. So we started doing domestic violence, illiteracy, and down the line, we said, this superpower of short films, let's deploy it in this way at our own cost. And then we kind of hit roadblock.
Yes.
We
have been spending our money up until that point,
right?
Yeah,
on these causes.
But eventually, we found clients that we were open to the idea of, we like this idea of turning narrative into communication and short films as a way of interacting with an audience. And we've done 11 of those. Yeah. But, when we go back to the first one, and I remember how the team attacked that brief. We're talking about the original people, Marga Polanli,
Olisa,
and
Tomiwa. Yeah.
Just the scope and the scale of the idea.
Building a website, getting LASA approval for billboards. It was mad.
We're in like 6 months.
No. We're barely, it was March.
Yeah. We're sending this thing to different agencies.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know what? Here's an idea. Donate to this orphanage and then, build a home.
Yeah.
That defined us. I honestly believe. And back then, I remember there was a frustration with some of the work we're doing for our actual clients, being that maybe it wasn't
As
so
expressive.
as expressive and we didn't have work we could show. So we're like, what if we made the kind of stuff we would enjoy, but for people that needed
Needed
it?
it. Yeah.
And that just became short film, you know. Eventually down the road we set up in Sky Films. So there's a more streamlined path now for making those.
Yeah.
And I think we've always just had a thing, you and I, for storytelling
Yeah.
in the cinematic form. So bigger things ahead.
Big things coming. Big things coming. Okay. What has been the one trait you have looked for in all the people you hire?
Is it one trait? When you look at everybody that's gone through the agency, right? I think the one thing you see that they have is they want to prove something, right? They want to show that they can contribute something to the world at large.
Yeah.
That has been very powerful for us. People who can take on challenges bigger than themselves. And I remember when we started, and I'd be talking to people, and they'd be like, "Oh, so up in the sky, like, yeah, a small agency," and they'd be like, "Don't say it's a small
Say
agency."
small agency.
And I'm like, "No, it's a small agency, but you
By
can
design.
yeah, you can do really big things."
Yes. Yeah.
And at no point have we acted our size, and that has been 100% down to the people.
Yeah. 100%.
Just the quality of work that they do, the way they remind us when we've forgotten to be
Who we
enthusiastic.
are. Yeah.
I would say that is one thing out of many that we look for. What about you?
I mean, for me, it has been more of, might be selfish, but none of the people we've hired could do just one thing. Because we're going to be small, we needed people who had multiple skills and they could deploy them professionally when we needed them to. And everybody always tended to bring their A game. People showed talents that we didn't even know they had. And so we seemed like a small team, but like you said, we're doing big things because people were doing more than they were asked for intentionally. And they were always happy to. I don't know, it's the luck of the draw. It's not like we set out looking for that thing, but the people we eventually do hire, maybe it's the culture that also encourages that you are one thing, but you can do another thing. And you don't even need to be asked to do that thing. You kind of like go out of your way to say, you know what, I want to study this thing and make it work. Very interesting set of people we've worked with at Up in the Sky.
It's almost like different generations. When you look back, right?
Yeah.
You can see how each group defined the agency.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the final question is, what happens in the next 10 years?
The next 10 years. That's a very deep one. I haven't really thought that far. I've always believed that you need to focus on what doesn't change because the things that don't change about you determine how your future plays out. Will always be a bullish organization, no matter what size we are. We are a certain size today. We might not be that size. In 10 years' time, we might be bigger, but the value will remain. The culture will evolve with the times. I will still be here. I hope you will still be here. And majorly, some of the team members we have, some will be with us as always. But there'll always be new people with a new injection of their values. But by that time, I think that the kinds of stories we'll be telling will be very more interesting and engaging. I have never felt like we've done our best work. Our best work is still ahead of us. We are proud of what we've done. But 10 years from now, what we'll be talking about as our highlights, I just can't imagine. I know it'll be awesome. What do you think?
I mean, I've always thought that the agency is bigger than the people, right? I feel very fortunate that we've been able to bring something to life that didn't exist before.
Sure.
And people recognize it in a particular type of way as an identity. I love the idea of 10 years from now still being Up in the Sky that has become this different thing and looking back. And I think it's it's going to involve a lot of experimentation,
Sure.
finding different parts of ourselves, trying different things, some of which we've already started.
Yeah.
Um, Future is not clear, but it's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
So,
And the team has been awesome. Shout out to the guys, Wale, Francis, Ada, Lamide,
Euro.
Iroro, Betty. This is an awesome team. Can only get better. Um, I'm excited.